everyone. Welcome back to another video of Arches. It's actually been a very long time I haven't recorded anything. Mostly it was pre-recorded and stuff, but this one it's actually up to date that I'm recording. And yeah, don't have much to say. I forgot what happened last time, but I think you'll know because since I already posted. So I will say my usual things, if I remember. So this is a reaction, also voice acting video for me, and I might have really bad reading skills, so I might mispronounce words. What else? Oh yeah, and if there's any type of bad words or slurs that is very offending to you, please don't take it by heart, because I might not know the words since it might not be that great. Yeah. So we last left. Oh yeah, so we last left off when we went back to where we were. So I guess let's get to it then. I think, and yeah. Yeah, I want to say ahead before everybody. If the mic is not going great, apologize, but hopefully hope everything goes well. My first sentence after a long time. Let's see if I messed up or not. Karen pressed up tightly against Davon's side, breathing in the comforting scent of his cologne. I think cologne, cologne. Karen's shows of confidence has mostly diminished at this point, especially as they passing the motel. The coyote has to remind himself why it is that he is instead on doing this when Dave have offered a perfectly reasonable, but slightly exhausted alternative. Being exhausted is preferable to PTSD. I have PTSD too. When Karen could... What? Never mind. When Karen could sense the bears beginning to treat him in a way that he didn't like, talking to him like he was fragile, like with the slightest touch he could tip him over where he shared on the lampstand. He wanted to prove that he can deal with this. Which is that way why he smirks at himself right now, because he definitely wouldn't have made it this far if Dave weren't by his side. Right now, the bear is a steeply grip on Karen's paw, making it clear that he isn't letting go. Meanwhile, their free paws hold their phones, checking every now and then for a signal. Anything yet? No. Wouldn't we get signal from the same time anyways?
Well, I'm assuming I'll get it first.
Oh, because mine's not a Android?
Yep.
If only if I have a brain of the engineer to figure out how to work one. Actually, maybe I should turn mine off and let you search for a signal. We should keep a battery life on one of our phones, just in case.
Oh, good idea. Your battery will probably die before we found service anyways.
Darren turns his phone off while Dave locks in. Oh, not lock in. While Dave looks in.
I wouldn't worry too much about it though. It's not like we're lost in the woods or something. And I let like 3 people know where we are going. We're gonna be fine no matter what, babe.
Famous last words, if I ever hear, right up there then here goes nothing, and I think I took too much.
Phew. Yeah, right. Our last words is gonna be hoo-ha shoot. You live to 100.
Pretty sure I already screwed my chance that with the drugs I did, along with eating fudge cakes for lunch wherever I'm at work.
Seriously, Cram?
Hey, it's in the vending machine right next to my cube. Cublic, I think. Cublic.
Well, we're changing that soon as when we get back.
How are you gonna do that? Aside from stalking me at work.
I'll make you lunch. They're going to have us start working from home on Monday, remember? I'll have plenty of time. Hell, I will be surprised if they don't start making you work for home soon. We'll be like code workers.
Ha, fat chance. They don't give a shoot about our health there.
Well, we will see either ways. You'll be 110, so you will have plenty of time to think up your famous last words.
Karen has to wonder if the mentoring conversation is proposal on Davon's part, if only to distract him from what's across the road. Either way, the coyote is thankful for it. Only if you make it there with me. About 15 minutes later, Cameron starts to become a bit more agitated. They're on a dirt road at this point, and every now and then they walk past crunching scratches whatever to be house and trailers. I think the self-service stopped working since you read about it.
I don't know. They say it was a be pretty. They say it's pretty sportstic.
Who exactly?
Professional form briefs.
I hope it's trustworthy.
They are, or at least they have no reason to lie.
I think the professional Parmeno gives people interactive to lie, especially if they're not gifted.
Sure, but we're talking about cell phone servers, not ghost.
Could also be a schedule by those crazy lucid to lure the victims into the town.
You're joking, but I know you're still worried about that, so I'll just point out in that highly likely because that will leave us too much of a paper trail.
I'm not that worried, especially now that we made it this far and nothing.
Oh shoot,
What?
damn it. I just have a bar for a split second.
The bear waves his phone up around over his head, spinning in a slow circle. What the hell, Dave? You scared me.
Oh, sorry, babe. Anyways, I think it was coming from this direction.
Dave interacts a rather large group of trees off the side of the road that forms a bit a mitral forest. Of course. Why does it have to be in the creepiest thing in sight?
You wanna hang back while I go check it?
Uh, no?
Is that a question?
Davon doesn't respond. Instead of sliding his paw into one of Dave's offering, and then start to make their way through the sage bush. Oh god. Imagine all the tricks we're picking up.
Don't worry, babe. I'll comb through all your fur when we went out of here. Want me to carry you?
I'm fine.
Alright. Just don't think about it. The translates and scorpions.
You suck so much. You, you is the only. Ugh. Gently grunts in a harsh, brushy way as Cameron wraps his arm around his neck and lifts his feet off the ground, forcing Dave to barely carry him. Chuckling, Dave carefully makes his way through the road, Terran, while the coyote awkwardly keeps his feet high so he doesn't push the stage. Things sake. They finally lowered the coyote near the edge of the forest, and they stand there looking into the blackness. Karen, Cameron can only see the branches outlined against the moonlight, but otherwise it's almost like looking at a void. The feeling of emptiness and empathized by the sudden quiet desert around them.
So, I got like one bar. Data isn't working.
You know, trees make it harder to get signal. Can you make a call?
Well, I can't open my insurance app, so I don't know if the preference town companies are, and I'm just some sort of realized that most probably wouldn't come out here anyway since fake Flex Road doesn't technically exist anymore.
Flake Road?
Something like that.
I'm not sure if it's that. So there's not getting torn out. And you didn't even know the name of the road that we crashed on? And you think that we're stuck here? Like, really stuck?
Well, my Jeep is probably is, but not us. The highway is still within walking distance, remember?
Such an idiot. I can't believe I got us in this mess.
Hey, don't worry about my Jeep. Besides, I just got an idea.
Dave taps on his phone a few times, then putting it up to his ear, but only a few seconds before he scowls. What?
Call dropped, but rang for a sec.
So, are we dead? I killed us.
Oh, stop it, honey. I'm just texting.
Who are you texting?
A old friend of ours.
Who?
Damn it. I swear the bar keeps disappearing each time I try to send. I'll try a different angle.
Dave is hunched over his phone, tapping it away. Karen just sighs, letting Dave do whatever he was doing. Despite the bear attempts to place him, the coyote knows that they both know that this is his fault. Why don't you just tell why don't you just tell me what a stupid, idiot piece of shoot am I? Karen doesn't want to admit it, even in his mind. But one thing he likes about Deanna was that he didn't sugarcoat things for the coyote. He tells him when he was an idiot, either with words or fist. Dang, fist? The coyote turns his attention back to the forest, staring into the dark. Dave doesn't know anything about him or Diane, and Karen sure as hell isn't ever going to tell him. Wait, who's Diane? Especially that sometimes it was the one who swing first. He always lost, but the few hits he landed always felt worth it. That will be a real treat for ya, Dave. Not only is your boyfriend crazy, he's violent too. Does he even know you at all? The chill, the chills goes up Cameron's spine. That doesn't feel like his own thoughts, even though it came from inside his head. Cameron moved closer to Davon, rubbing his arm.
Oh, just send, damn it.
Davon?
Just a sec, hon. Just a few already went through. Just gotta confirm some things with him.
The void seemed to get bigger, and even though he wants to look away, Cameron can't. He knows he's sensing again, even though it isn't meaning to. Oh my goodness. I don't know what it was that was really bothers me about it. I think it could handle something like a ghost, but nothing like that. So it's just me and my wife talking, taking a walk through the old forest, like we were always did. And then I don't know. but just got a weird feeling and everything went real quiet. That voice started a man's voice, but it was kinda injuring. Like it wasn't real. Hard to explain, but it was like an electric thing. A machine. It started yelling at us from sort of a playful way, like it was making fun of us or taunting us. Said things like the devil walked beside you, and I'm taking you to hell. Weird crap like that. It was coming on top of the trees, and you can kinda hear it goes up or down and come closer, like it was swinging through the branches. And yeah, it scared us, because it didn't make sense. The voice where it was coming from, that I was saying, none of it made sense. And that's the scary part. So we ran, and then I said the most nastiest thing about my wife. So I picked her up and ran as fast as I could. Later, she told me she saw it over my shoulder in the trees. I had a hard time explaining it, which I understand because I can't explain it all, but she said it was a shadow person that was moving through the branches. Said light bent in a weird way around its body, like it enclosed in a glass globe something. She hasn't said much else about it. She doesn't like talking about it. Neither do I. I'm only telling you because I feel like there's need to be recorded of somewhere. The feeling wrong of going out of this life without, I don't know, letting people know that unexpected stuff happens to people and hope we figure out why. And this might not be important, but it had dreams afterwards where I'd be in that forest. The shadow creature would come prowling out into the open, and then the sound would come from where its mouth would be. I hear a young man screaming for help, almost distorted like it was recording on a tape, and then there was a high-pitched laughter. Shit! Ugh! Did you hear that?
That that laugh? Yeah, almost like a drunk dude kind of way. You scream, and that made me scream.
It was like a crackle, like a cartoon witch or something. It was like right next to us. I heard it before.
Well, I wouldn't say it like a witch. It was kind of high pitch, I guess, but again, it was pretty distant.
I think we should go.
But why? I think it's just like a drunk hick or something. It's almost done message art.
Something bang like a screen door swing closed and not very far away. Um, I might do. What voice should I give this? I'm gonna just do it for a regular voice for now, I guess, just to see.
Who's this?
No, no. Who's this going? Is that Duke? Got me 12 grudge right here. I will make you squeal twice as loud if you're snooping around my property again. Dave's voice dropped into a whisper.
Holy shoot.
Then before Cam can fully absorb exactly what's happened, Dave is putting him along, running full tilt along the stage bush towards the road, and back towards Lake Emma. Leon's feet ache from the plethora of rocks he trembled on the through pads, on the unsized feelings almost torn up by the rough terrain. He's thankful though, if only for the fact that haven't run himself and Karen into the cactus. Dave, Karen's voice jerked with every running step.
We're almost there.
Dave huffs and puffs for air, not aware that it's a bit more out of shape than he realized. He haven't run in he hasn't run in Eastern for at least a year now. Dave, we're out of town. The bear slowed down now that his stuck jeep is in sight, and he finally lets go of Cameron's paw before doubting over the rest of his paws and knees weaseling.
Huh, huh, F. Give me a moment.
Jesus Christ, are you okay? Sounds like you're dying.
Ugh,
Dave,
my effing die is cramping. This MF, holy shoot.
Dave's large rear hits the ground and dumping as he reaches down to massage the back of his thigh. Oh, thank God.
For what?
Laying on your back. Okay, before that, oh my gosh, I can relate to, I know the pain of running so fast as your leg, having a thigh on your leg, that leg cramp, leg thigh, whatever, cramp thigh, whatever, I don't know what's it, but yeah, but oh my God, I know that pain because I've been that before in that situation. Well, running at least. Before Devon can follow the direction, Karen takes the bear's right leg and slowly lifts it up, making Dave spans on his cramped muscle and slowly stretch out.
Oh, F. This is what I get. Oh, wrong with. Oh, F. Oh, F. This is what I get for not running since in college.
Karen gently rocks the leg back and forth. Mm-hmm. Since you ran then, remember that stupid company stallion thing we did when you carried me on your back when I ran across the soccer field? Despite the light conversation, Dave and Cameron, Dave and Cam looking over his shoulder towards the town, like he's waiting for a mob of hippies to come raging up to the road. Man, I told you, Dave. The people here are psycho. Dave grunted as Cameron stretched his leg back again.
I think he wasn't being serious, but yeah, you're right. All for the reason to get this, all the more reason to get the F out of here.
Dave finally put his foot back, generally getting into his feet while continuing to rub his thigh.
Look, I never have a cramp so painful. I guess I'm just getting old.
Take it easy next time. You're more scared than I was. You were more scared. You were more scared than I was. And said yourself he would just drunk Hick.
You forget the part where you forgot the part when he have a shotgun.
Yeah, that's more surprised if he didn't have one. Do you think he's gonna come looking for us? We're not hard to find out here.
Sounds like he thought you were some other hick. Think we're fine.
I suppose you could put a trailer trash in the same category as Hick, so that makes sense.
We can keep an eye out for right now, though, just in case.
Who did who did you say you were texting again?
Artie from college. He was happened to be up and still living in Missa. He wouldn't have to try all along. He w- he said he would drive out right away, so he could be here like 3 hours.
Huh? But why Archie?
I don't know. He was the very top of my contact list, and I know he still lived in the States, so I give him his shot.
Can he give us a ride at least? I guess.
Wait, oh,
He can give us a ride at least, I guess.
he got one of those massive trucks, so it might be able to pull us out. But the last message he said he would be there in 3 hours or less.
Well, I guess it isn't that bad. As long as we're out here by morning, I don't think. I think you. Well, I guess it's not that bad. As long as we're out of here by morning, I don't want you to get caught up in the heat all day.
Poof. You think I got shoot ton of water? And if I need to cool down?
Darren waves his paw at the lake. Karen stares at the lake, seeming to think, then looks back at Dave. Listen, we're here. Listen, while we were at the forest, I. I don't know. I don't see anything, but at least I see some light touching sense right away. Dave's unbeat mood disappears at an instant.
What? Why didn't you do that? What? Why would you do that?
Well, it kinda just happened, and I made sure to not interact or anything, and it was just fine, at least for the most part. What I heard was creepy.
Okay. Well, now I'm gonna tell you to be careful again, because I didn't want to repeat of what happened in the motel.
Well, like I said, I couldn't exactly help it. Anyways, do you know about the shadow person in the forest that spoke with the distorted electronic voice?
Uh,
Dave was caught off guard. He knows Cameron was trying to make the focus off the fact he's still messing around with the Spanternet, though. Supernatural. He's still messing around with the supernatural in a dangerously supernatural place. But he also knows exactly what Cameron is referring to. The chapter of Haunted Echo titled Inside of Static, describing exactly what. And in the thick of trying to figure out Womp to call, he couldn't realize that was the forest. Dave's surprise, mu- Dave's surprise must be pretty obvious to get Cameron's grin. No way, am I right? Cameron suddenly joyously reaction surprised the bear.
well, yeah, yeah, you're right.
I can't believe this. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so happy. It's just there's a effing reason for me being the way I am. I can't deny it anymore. It's hard to explain, but it kind of changed my entire life. I just. Cameron's bottom lip trembled with emotion, and Davon shake off his feelings of unease, drawing him into a hug.
Come here. I know what you meant, babe. I know what you meant, baby. While I don't personally know, but I wanted to feel that way for a long time. I'm really happy for you.
I feel like you could do something. I don't know. Maybe even help people with this? Karen's voice is muffled against Dave's chest.
Oh, sure, of course. Let's just let's find a better place than here, okay?
Dave nuzzled Karen reassuringly, but the coyote doesn't answer. And even though that bothers the bear, he doesn't press the issue, just wanting Karen to feel happy for now. I don't know if I might leave it off like here, but I think I might just leave part. I might just like leave it off here, but I'm gonna like the recording is gonna continue, but this video is gonna end off here.